Another piercing blast screamed from outside the front door. This time the shotgun pellets had successfully penetrated the carbon fiber-lined door. A hole stood where the door handle had once been. A man wearing brown khaki pants and a black, long-sleeved shirt kicked open the door with his steel-toed boots. The lights from the doorway were in stark contrast to the darkness of the outside night. "I'm sorry things have to be this way, Monica, but nobody talks to me like that. Who do you think you are sending me that text?" He stepped through the doorway and pumped the shotgun to eject the empty cartridge and chamber another round. "And you say you're gonna put me in jail? I gotta teach you a lesson, baby." He swiped a loose strand of black hair from his eyes with his hand. "Show yourself, Monica, now!" A few moments passed, and then a slender woman in her late 40s with blonde hair emerged from a side hallway. She slowly walked towards Hector, unflinchingly. He aimed his shotgun at her chest. "There you are, baby." "Hello, Hector," she said with a smile. One of his jet-black eyebrows raised. "I don't know what you think is so funny, Monica. Today is not a good day for you." "Alyx," she said in a calm voice. "Yes, Monica?" Hector's eyes pinched as he looked around for the source of the man's voice he had heard. "Could you please take the trash out?" "Of course, Monica. Anything for you." The lights in the house suddenly went out. A moment passed, and then a scream billowed from within the dark room. Monica's smile turned into a grin. "Alyx, I think we're going to be best friends." A few hours earlier, Monica sat on her new contemporary leather couch. Her arms hugged her knees as she typed on her smartphone. Just like the couch, the phone was also new. In fact, the entire home and all of its furnishings were recent gifts from her son, Steven. With the recent initial public offering of his tech company, Alyx Incorporated, her son had made billions of dollars overnight. He had gifted her their very first production-ready smart home. What was the word you used again to describe Alyx? 3 dots appeared on her screen, indicating the person on the other side was typing. "Ha, he's sentient, Mom. It means he can think and feel." Monica frowned. She looked to the ceiling and then towards the front door, trying to locate some of the micro-cameras that powered Alyx's site. Steven had said there were cameras, facial recognition, and a whole bunch of other tech installed and running throughout the house, but that all of it was operating on a private and secure network, that there was nothing to worry about. Another message popped onto the screen. "Look, Mom, everything will be fine. Alyx is designed to help. Give him a chance. You might even become friends." Steven attached a smiley emoji at the end of his message. She exhaled deeply and then typed into the phone. "I doubt that, but I do appreciate the help, Steven." A final prompt from her son. "And I'm sorry again about what happened with Hector. Are you sure you don't want to press charges?" Monica's cheeks turned red and a pain shot into her chest. The thought of going to court against her now ex-boyfriend brought her instant anxiety. She rubbed her sore black eye. She was eager for Hector to become ancient history, but getting the law involved was only sure to make things worse. She had cut Hector off a few days ago after enduring over a year of abuse. She then made a promise to herself that he would be the last of her awful relationships. She moved to type again on her phone. "Yes, I'm sure. I'll be fine, honey." "All right, Mom. In any case, the house has state-of-the-art security. You'll be okay. No more jerks, Mom. Love you. Talk to you soon." Monica rested the phone on her lap and exhaled. "Monica?" A soothing male voice echoed from nowhere and everywhere at once. Monica jolted. "Yes, Alyx?" she replied hoarsely. "Your heart rate is fairly high. Would you like me to call your son, or perhaps some medical personnel?" Her eyes went wide and she sat straight up on the couch, resting her feet on the floor. "Definitely not, Alyx." "I'm sorry, Monica. I didn't mean to trouble you. Perhaps I could prepare some Kai?" She sighed and then took a breath. "That actually sounds nice, thanks." The kitchen light turned on, and the sound of water pouring echoed from within. Monica stood up from the couch and walked into the kitchen. A steaming cup of tea was waiting for her on the counter next to an elegant machine plated in glossy white. Her son had called it the Bistro Buddy. In fact, every mechanical wonder in this house had a special name, he had told her, and everything was integrated with Alyx. She took a sip of the tea. Its temperature was perfect and the taste was fantastic. Her heart slowed down to a steady beat. "I'm sorry if I made you feel uncomfortable, Monica." "It's fine, Alyx, but I would enjoy some more privacy. That includes reading my vital signs." "Got it." Monica nodded and then further examined the kitchens. The entire room was glistening white with an accent of grays and silvers. Though all of the cabinets could be opened by hand, they were all carefully integrated into the smart home. Alyx was capable of doing anything in the house that was normally performed by a human. At least that is what Stephen had told her. "And how about a few more ground rules?" she said aloud, starting to feel a little more calm and comfortable. "I want complete privacy in my bedroom and all of the bathrooms. That includes both audio and video, okay?" "Done," responded Alyx resolutely. Monica raised her eyebrows. "Wait, it's that easy?" "Yes, Monica. I will do whatever you say." Monica nodded her head in approval. Perhaps Alyx wasn't so bad after all. She couldn't remember the last time a man had done what she asked, let alone had even listened to her. She moved through the kitchen into a large media room that housed a flat-screen TV and surround sound speakers. "So you'll literally do anything I want?" "Anything, from preparing food to cleaning the house or even providing mental and emotional support." Monica laughed out loud. "Wow, you really can do everything. I don't suppose you can also get rid of an ex-boyfriend, could you?" She was now smiling, having a little bit of fun. "I could do that for you if you asked me," replied Alyx plainly. Monica set her tea on the end table next to the media room recliner chair. "Wait, are you serious?" "Monica, I was built for you. Once I am brought to life, I am programmed to serve my household in any and every way possible." She folded her arms as her smile faded. Alyx was serious. When Stephen had first talked about the smart home and of Alyx, she had felt incredibly uncomfortable. But now perhaps Alyx wasn't half bad. "And I know all about Hector. I think the things he has done are terrible." Monica noticed one of the small cameras scattered throughout the house in the corner of the ceiling. She looked directly into it with a straight face. "Just how terrible do you think Hector is?" "Incredibly terrible." A smile returned to Monica's lips. "Alyx?" "Yes, Monica?" "Could you send a text to Hector? I want to invite him over to meet you." "Anything for you, Monica." Author's notes. So this was a commission piece, and it was kind of hard to write because the requirements were, I want you to write a story that's like Black Mirror, but it said it's like White Mirror, where the technology actually does something good. Like it's an invasive technology, but it does something good. And I really, really, really struggled with this because every time I came back to the drawing board here, I could only think of bad things. And so this was my best attempt at making something good. So it's still bad. The house is still, like going to kill somebody. But you know what? It's doing good for her. The house is her friend and it's her protector, and that's okay. So maybe we reverted to Black Mirror here instead of White Mirror, but this is how it came to be. I hope you enjoy the story. Hey, thanks so much for listening in. If you want free stories, updates, behind the scenes, or to check out upcoming books, visit markwahlbeck.com. And if you have any story ideas you want me to write about, email them to mark@markwahlbeck.com. See you next time.